This video demonstrates the installation process of S6-GR1P 7-8K 2-string inverter series. Attention! Electrical equipment can only be installed and maintained by qualified electrical technicians. Please read the user manual before installation and check whether the accessories in the box are complete. The inverter is heavy. Please pay attention to personnel safety during handling and installation. Please install the inverter in a safe location that meets the requirements for easy ventilation and heat dissipation. And avoid direct sunlight. When the inverter is running, there may be risks of high temperature and high voltage. Please install the inverter in a location that is not easily accessible. Appropriate space should be reserved around the inverter. Using a level ruler to ensure collimation level after determined the installation position of the backplate. Mark the punch point with a marker. Drill about 60 mm depth with a 10 mm drill at the marked points. Insert the expansion bolts and the accessories into the punched holes. Align to the exposed screws and install the back plate in correct place. Back plate installation is complete. Align the inverter hook with the hole of the back hanging plate and then hang it in. Screw the fixing screws attached to the package into the fixing holes on both sides. Connect the ground wires crimped with OT terminal to the ground point on the side of inverter. Please use a multimeter to measure the open circuit voltage of the PV strings. Distinguish the positive and negative poles. Ensure the DC voltage is within the allowable range marked on the nameplate of the inverter. Please refer to Solis demonstration video for making of DC connection cable. When the solar module is exposed to the sun, high voltage will appear on the DC wire. Do not touch the DC wire. Before connecting the inverter, please ensure that the open circuit voltage of the photovoltaic string does not exceed the limit of the inverter. The solar modules connected to the same MPPT must have the same specification, the same orientation, and the same inclination. When you hear a click sound, it indicates that the connection is fastened. The AC port has an error-proof design. Please confirm and connect to the inverter and tighten the external latch. Connect the AC grid connector to the inverter until hearing a slight click sound that indicates the connection succeed. If you choose Jinlong Solis.Talager, please connect it to the COM port at the bottom of the inverter. Take the external CT type meter connection as an example. One end of the communication cable is connected to the bottom port of the inverter, and the AJ45 connector at the other end is connected to the meter. The inverter can work with a single-phase smart meter to achieve export power management function and or 24-hour consumption monitoring function. DRM means demand response enable device. This function is for inverter that comply with IS or NZS 4777.2 2020 standard. Please visually check first to make sure all cables are connected properly. You can pull the cable lightly to confirm that the cable connection is tight. Close the AC circuit breaker first, then close the DC switch. If the DC input voltage is greater than the startup voltage of the inverter will start up. After the self-check is complete, the screen will show waiting. After the local mandatory delay ends, the inverter will start normal operation.